the day. To top right hand side of the map, our yellow Zerg player will be Lambo. His first match of the day obviously here. And it's down to the bottom left hand side with an early pool. Our red Zerg player is Impact. It's an early pool here in this ZvZ. And of course after this game we're going to be having Uthermal coming on out to play against Impact as well. Then we're going to be doing Uthermal, Optimus and the Lambo games as they play against each other over on the European server. That will be finishing off our day here in the WardiTV Christmas Invitational. Again, one of those days where we might just have a kind of a daytime stream and then no evening stream. Would probably be good. I've cast so much lately. I know you guys, I know I didn't do an evening stream on Monday as well, but I was actually doing, I had to go and kind of go into, had like a seminar focus group sort of thing I had to do on Monday, so you know, it's pretty busy still, so might be good just to have the day to catch up on things and to get stuff sorted out. So, so yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I think I don't know. I'm talking about things I don't know about again. I do this a lot. I just talk too much about stuff that doesn't really matter, don't I? Talk too stuff about stuff that doesn't matter. How about we just talk about this game? Because this 12 pool is going to be kicking in. It's a gas taken as well, so Impact super aggressive early on. Lambo's early opening here is going to be a hatch, a gas, and a pool coming down already. So hatch, gas, pool coming on into play right from the get-go. And well, let's see how he tries to defend against this 12 pool. 6 Zerglings will arrive on his front doorstep in just a couple of moments. These Zerglings already moving forwards here, and they're going to be starting to work their way through that hatchery. And now Lambo, well, obviously he knows about this from a little bit earlier because he saw it with the overlords coming across the map. So he's just waiting for now. He's not... okay, there you go. He's going to start pulling drones to try and save this hatch. We've got more Zerglings on the way as well, and obviously so much of this comes down to Micro. Doesn't manage to get a shot off there before these Zerglings push his drones away. Waiting for a few more drones to come on in. He's going to be turned to fight. There's some of those Zerglings coming in as well. They're going to get surrounded almost instantly. As more Zerglings come down from the high ground, and well, he can start mining on this low ground now, at least with these drones, so he can get back to mining, which is something. But there's just so many Zerglings coming in, so he really has to utilize those drones to the maximum. Because now we're going to see Balin starting them off as well, and that will become very problematic here for Lambo, who did not build a spine throw or anything. He's completely dependent on his queens here to kind of help him with the defense. So moving forward, he's going to try and see what he can do. He's going to be able to cancel a couple of these Balins from morphing, so there's only going to be 2 available straight away. And the second queen coming down the ramp is going to start pushing that one of these Balins away as well already. So actually not so bad. He's going to get another Balin kill too. But his queens are starting to go down as more Zerglings stream across the map. And Lambo in a tough couple of moments here. He went link speed instead of Balin Nest, so he went for the kind of more standard way to continue on rather than anything else. As we're going to be seeing these few units continue to come on in, a few Banes morphing into the left-hand side, and again, looking to see how this is going to go. I mean, this is a bit of a crazy few moments. We're going to see these Banes finishing morphing. And Lambo's Zerglings moving forwards here, looking to see what's up. We're going to see 3 of these Banes. Going to keep on moving through. I mean, this hatchery's so low. The drone's already pre-splitting to minimize the damage as the Queen gets caught once again. And Lambo's still desperately trying to make this defense happen as the Micro on both sides. It's pretty intense, but it looks as though Impact is just starting to have a little bit too much, starting to break through. And that's going to be GG. Game 1 goes the way of Impact here in this best of 3. Efilm being the 3rd player that Impact will play against. And then we'll swap to the EU server to do the rest of the games. So it's going to be seen to the bottom left-hand side, our yellow Zerg player is going to be Lambo. And he's going to be going up against the red Zerg down to the bottom right-hand side of the map. Let's hear it, guys, if you're cheering on Impact. Alright, so getting to the ZvZ, and, well, it's not a 12 pool at least, so already a little bit different from what we saw at the start of the first game here in this ZvZ. Again, guys, do appreciate you tuning in, of course. Thank you very much for checking out the stream, and of course, if you're enjoying, don't forget to hit the follow button. But more importantly, go out and tell your friends, go tell everyone that this is live, the WardiTV Christmas Invitational. Day 3 now of this event, Group C of the competition. We bring you guys action every single day of the week so far, and we will be doing that tomorrow as well. Tomorrow we start 1 hour later because we have the OSE Global All-Stars in the morning. So we're going to have the OSE Global All-Stars that will transition into the WardiTV Christmas Invitational Group D, which will be Keen, Mana, Nurture, and Hush. And then we will be having Team League in the evening. And on Friday, we will be back at 1 PM CET once again. And we will be casting for you guys the what will we cast for you guys on Friday? We'll be casting for you guys the playoffs, of course. So the playoffs coming in on Friday, and then on Friday night and Saturday night we have OSC events. Saturday we probably have Team League. Sunday we got to go for SC2 and Team League. And that is our week of action here on the stream on WardiTV. So again, hit that follow button if it sounds good to you. Of course, if you're really enjoying the games, then feel free to support in any way you can. Whether it's subscribing, following, donating, all of it helps to keep growing the stream and to keep us here bringing you guys StarCraft 2 content on a daily basis. A couple of queens on the way from both players. It's been similar builds so far. Link speed on the way very shortly too. Lambo's was just a little bit faster. He pulls out of gas with 2 of the workers, but Impact will stay in the gas. So slight differences here at this point. Some very slight differences here at this point. As just going to be seeing the overlords continue to move over to the right hand side of the map. You can continue to pop out of the natural expansion here very soon as well. And again, Lambo just moving through the center of the map right now. So Lambo moving through the center, and well, what else is going on? Bane Nest is about to it's going to continue coming up here. So Bane Nest continue to come in. We're going to see this Zergling speed continue to come up. This Bane Link speed as well to the left side. So yeah, just a whole bunch of Ling Bane to start things off. Now Impact going to drop down his third hatchery as well. It's going to go Bane Nest and then third hatch, whereas Lambo will go third hatchery, and then he'll either go Bane Nest or Roach Warren. So we still wait to see whether Lambo wants to play a Roach based opening or Ling Bane based opening. But it's still, going to be off of the third hatch, which is a little bit faster, and both of them opting for the third base you would expect them to take, the one just in front of the main and natural. Much more easy to defend, not as far out the way as this base up to the top side, so it just makes a lot more sense to take that expansion there than elsewhere. Link speed kicks in, and Lambo, that slightly faster link speed, will grab him a couple of Zergling kills here right away, and already is dropping down that Roach Roaring, so Lambo looking for the Roach-based opening. Whereas again, it will be Ling Bane from his opponent, already going to find those couple of Banes running in towards him, so you have to be cautious about that. Splits away, minimizes the damage, sends 2 more Lings after that Bane here around the side, and he's going to be able to pick that one off too. Doesn't have too many more Zerglings to continue with right now, so we'll back away a little bit, take the opportunity to drone slightly, and just continue to build up in the game. We're going to see Lings actually run forwards once again. Going to come in here and try and get rid of one of these queens, perhaps. No, not going to happen just yet. Zerglings from Impact. And able to push those Zerglings of Lambo away over to the left. So the Roach Roaring will finish up here for Lambo, and he will start some Roach production. Looks as though Impact is fairly content to move into his own Roaches as well. His own Roach Roaring coming down. And our next stage of this then will now become kind of who begins to tech past this first. And when I say tech past this, I don't mean tech out of Roaches, but who begins to put down the lair to get Roach speed? Who begins to put down the Evo Chamber to get the +1 upgrade? And who just keeps on making units and just trying to kill his opponent on very low tech? So there's a lot of different ways ZvZs can go, and this is going to be one of those where it's going to be kind of low tech, kind of Ling Roach Wars for a little while. Maybe even one player trying to all in off of a very low drone count, such as Impact right now. I mean, he doesn't have that much gas to work with, he doesn't have that many Roaches. He's only on 33 workers, he's making a lot more Overlords. It doesn't look as though he's kind of looking to go back into drones at all right now, making more and more units here. But I mean, Lambo, he's already making some of his own Roaches, and he's already got a bit of a worker lead, so Lambo just naturally will be in a bit of an advantage with this. I mean, so far the game, Lambo traded a little bit better, but for the advantage he's in, I mean, again, that income advantage is going to be pretty substantial, and the army supplies are dead even. You can see it much more easily in these graphs, so it's kind of weird. I guess Lambo took a bit of a loss early on income, so I guess things are evening out, but I mean, Impact is definitely just looking to attack. Lots and lots of Lings on the way. He gets ready to go for this very aggressive attack very soon. Now, Lambo has to be very cautious because he's starting to move in towards the center here. So he has to be really, really careful, because if he's not, well, I mean, already there's so many Zerglings on the way for his opponent. It's kind of a weird one because they're both sort of all into each other, but Lambo's doing it off of more workers while still having similar army supply. But that means he's going to be the first to strike, which could be disadvantageous if these Lings are able to come in, wrap around, and take an engagement. So that could be problematic. Ling run by as well. This also is going to be somewhat problematic. 4 or 5 workers going down. That will even up the worker counts then in this game. You're going to see a few of these things moving forwards. Lambo gets a few kills on those already. And well, here we go. Corrosive bars will be important in this, as Lambo, again, is just missing the Zerglings from this engagement to really kind of even things out. His own Zerglings are starting to come across the map. The fact he's got Ravagers will definitely help as well. Here are his Zerglings now to try and help out. But is it just a little bit too late? Well, maybe. Corrosive Battle lands on a few of his opponent's Roaches. Those are good Corrosive Files, as the Roaches get trapped in by Zerglings and more. And, well, fight will continue. Drone coming across the map as well. Not sure why that one's here. A little bit of a mistake, as
well, more Ravagers keep coming up as well, and that's nice. He's keeping these Roaches alive on low health and morphing them into Ravagers. It really does help out, but because Lambo's on his opponent's side of the map, the reinforcements are advantageous to Impact, and so Impact will be able to hold this off for now and take a pretty good position with this. Now, more Zerglings coming in from Lambo, but has he just lost too much already? Again, going into this, he had all the advantages. He had the worker lead, he had similar army counts, but he became the aggressor. And becoming the aggressor when you're both kind of going super aggressive leads you to disadvantages. And just because, again, all those Zerglings were there so much earlier for his opponent, it just made such a big difference. You can see these Banes continue to move forward, get these Banes actually going to crash into a Queen, not the most efficient of ways to start. Lambo's army supply is getting up there once again, but is he just going to lose his third base before he can protect it? Well, maybe. The Lings are counter-attacking for him momentarily as well, so he's trying to do some more damage. If he can kill his opponent's third hatch, I mean, that'd be great, but it's just not going to happen. There's not enough Zerglings here, so losing his third hatch is a big loss. Impact losing out on a little bit of army supply, though, dropping down to about a 15 deficit there momentarily, and then catching up again once more. And what does Lambo do? Is he just going to go across the map? It would look like it. Gathering his units together, down by one worker right now. He's going to grab a couple of Queens, which are mid-map for no reason at all. So they're going to go down. Tries to transfuse, but just a split second too late, unfortunately. And so Lambo continues to move over to the right-hand side. A few more Banes are going to finish morphing in over here. And, well, Lambo is going to go for one more attack, but I mean, there's Banes mixed in, which means the Lings for Lambo are difficult to use. There's a Ravager, which Lambo doesn't have as well. Here we go, Lambo sends his Roaches forward to try and get rid of the Banelings, and I mean, it's just difficult, right? And the Banelings, even if they don't go from the Lings, they do good splash damage onto these Roaches, and you can just see that Lambo is struggling to really stick around on this side of the map, and Impact is cleaning up pretty cleanly without too much finish at all. GG's. And Impact is going to take game number 2. He's going to be taking a